Okay, so last module we discussed about industrial design and trademark. There I told that for engineers and technologists, although with reference to the technical function, industrial design does not give any protection, but how you can be a entrepreneur with the knowledge of industrial design, that I have highlighted. That may be the lessons that you have learned considering applicability of this specific type of courses. Okay, just like say that industrial design, that okay, just like say how can you give some protection, and sometime I told you that aesthetic features and functional features may be embedded. Then say if you able to not separate out the functional feature and aesthetic features, that issues related to that. But I think that industrial design and its importance for that engineers and technologists, specifically as technical function is not there, but say aesthetic features is the important parameters, but how can you be a value adders of an article, that part only. But now even trademark also I discussed about that, because you will be a successful entrepreneur, or say maybe you will ultimately establish some company, then how you do the trade on that regard, trademark and its role I have highlighted. And also if you are working in an organization, then how to create a good trademark, that is also the skill you may require to be adopted, because that your trademark will be the important brand for the organizations. And that part again I will discuss about the management of your trademark. Okay, now these modules I will again highlight one important forms of IP for economical development, that geographical indications, and also part of that module 5 that I am not able to finish, that trademark and internet, and that is maybe very useful for the engineers and technologists and also any users, because today's world is a virtual world. Okay, so on that context I will start this week discussions with the trademark and internet. Okay, so now everybody is aware of different types of name we used, just like say domain name. Okay, so domain name also like that. So you are use different types of say domain name, just like say, can you tell what is domain name, or what is the significance of domain name? So just like say domain name, if you say sometime on the if you development of internet and its history is also, if you know that ARPANET to internet, that initially it was developed for defense purpose, then now you know that we cannot move without internet. So now in the internet, if you particular site generally can be identified by say some number one, let's say 122.1.132. so that numeral sometime very difficult to remember the numeral, and that numeral is replaced by some name that is called domain name. Okay, so just like so this we call this that string character using some numeral have been replaced. This is a very good creation for internet world you may consider. So you can locate a particular site organization by the means of domain names. Okay, let's say then let's say I am using www, the wall www dot let's say google.com. Again I am using www dot, let us say IITKGP dot ERNet dot in. Okay. Then I let us say I am further different ways, let us say .com .in. Okay. So, here you understood what is the significance of this one, what is the significance of this one. Let us say we will try to highlight that part. Okay. So, consider that is a domain name, let us say is identification of a particular site or organization in the virtual world, that why we call a worldwide, that was in internet world, world wide web, www world wide web. Okay. So, this is indicating that. Okay. So, now that way, now what I want to mention. So, that you see that .com .in. Okay. So, this is we call .com or .in is also significance of some thing. Okay. So, .com what it indicate, something called commerce. So, sometime you saw that www .mit.edu then let us say the www let us say something like kit.org. Okay. So, see that different character we are using at the end. Okay. So, in domain name context we call them TTLD, top level domain name, top level domain name. Okay. Top level domain name. Okay. So, top level domain name you find based on the activities of the organization, they supposed to get a particular domain name, top level domain name. .com indicating commerce, .india you can consider in Indian Educational Institute or some other institute, they give you nic.in in for India. Edu for Educational Institute in USA, they give it edu. Then organization, that kit.organization, some organization you can .org. Okay. So, different level of top level domain name based on the activities of the organization have been provided. Okay. So, so this is the top level domain name .com .in .edu .org. So, then another part we are getting Google, IITKGP, MIT, KITS. Okay. So, we call in the domain name context just like say what it indicate, this first top level domain name indicating what is the nature of organization, but you do not know say which is that organization. Okay, which is that organization, and by some domain name you are linking that organization. So, there we call let us say second level domain name, second level domain name, second level let us say level domain name, second level domain name. Okay. Dot mi dot google dot IITKGP dot MIT is a second level domain name. Okay. So, second level domain name is somehow we found related to the organization. So, it may be some cases if it is a company. So, it may be the company name, organization name, find out MIT, IITKGP, Google. So, there lies the issue. It may be here another domain name, let us say insider, let us say inside, so let us say a particular domain name, let us say computer science, ce.iitkgp.arnet.in. Sometimes we call second level domain name. Okay. Second level domain name. After second level domain name, further left side character we may put second level domain name. Okay. So, top level domain name, second level domain name. That way the domain name have been created or domain name things decided. Who monitor this one? ICANN, Internet Corporation of Assigned Name and Number, ICANN. ICANN generally monitor the domain name systems. DNS domain name, we call it DNS, domain name systems. Who monitor? ICANN, the headquarter in Geneva. Okay. So, ICANN monitor the domain name, and WIPO they have a body called domain name dispute resolution. I will discuss on that part. Okay. So, the issue is now coming up that find Google, itkgp.mit.kit. So, there is the domain name can be and the company name. Domain name can be some body's personal name, and domain name can be organization name, domain name like this way. So, now the say when I am discussing the trademark and internet. So, that say second level domain name may be say somebody's trademark also. Company name can be trademark, personal name can be also trademark, organization name can be also trademark, or say some product name. Based on that, you are trying to create a second level or second level domain name. Okay. So, just like say Glaxo and particular product, they try to link that. So, that way the second level domain name may be somehow associated with a trademark. Okay. So, there lies the issues how you are linking a virtual world with the traditional world. Okay. So, you are using a trademark of the traditional world that in the considering domain name of the virtual world. Okay. So, now let us say Google or say a particular consider Apple, Apple www.apple.org. Let us say I put it in org. Okay, this is already not org. Let us say apple.org. Okay. So, found Apple may be somebody's trademark. Okay. So, now you know that the Yahoo Inc. versus Akash Chopra, the important case in Indian context, Yahoo Inc. versus Akash Chopra. So, what was the situation? You know that Yahoo Inc. the case is Yahoo Inc. versus Akash Chopra. Akash Chopra. So, Akash Chopra tried to use Yahoo domain name. Okay. Now, you know Yahoo is a well known trademark also you may consider because it is a reputed things. Okay. So, now let us say somebody want to use that. Okay. So, then say or somebody let us say you have not taken that particular domain name, but you have a well known trademark, but you are both are you are considering that is a traditional world thing, you are not considering the virtual world thing. So, now somehow that another company or another person is registering your trademark as a domain name. Then you understood nowadays traditional world versus virtual world, there is intermingle or intermixing. So, people will thought about that traditional owner person is the virtual owner, domain name owners, and traditional trademark owner is the virtual trademark owner, virtual domain name owners. So, there will be a confusion. So, similarly, in this case understood that Yahoo Akash Chopra although try to use that domain name, register that domain name, but Yahoo try to told that because if they do not enforce immediately, then there will be a confusion in the virtual world also, and that may superfluous to the traditional world like this way. That will lead to the erosion of the particular brand value of Yahoo or that organization. Okay. Because that confusion lead to dilutions. Okay. CD confusion lead to dilutions. So, that way that domain name part that like say domain name and trademark domain name and trademark interrelationship. Okay. So, now so what is the problem is coming up. So, domain name administered by let us say I put it out WIPO or let us ICANN specifically CANN. Trademark who administers and enforce let us say trademark administer specifically trademark or registry, trademark and administer not enforce, trademark registry. Okay. So, now two body territorial and territorial. This is I put it out www understood. Okay. So, now the problem. Okay. Problem, what problem? The confusion between the traditional world versus virtual world, and you understood that now two world is say intermixed together. So, that confusion in virtual world is superfluous in the traditional world, all traditional world to virtual world. Okay, and that lead to confusion, already repeating same thing. Okay. So, that way that lead to the domain name and subsequent trademark and domain name issues. Okay. So, 2-3 things here, just like say sometime we call, I understood what is domain name. Now, what is the issues of domain name along with the trademarks, means the situation is somebody's trademark, another person is using as a domain name, that lead to the confusions. Okay. Sometime domain name registers based on the first come first serve basis. So, okay, let us say you have a well known trademark. Now, your well known trademark you have not registered as a domain name. So, another person trying to consider that based on what are the domain name is available, he will search it first. If that domain name, that well known trademark domain name available, then immediately he will go for that registration of that domain name, okay, or somehow you may consider domain name. So, then what will be the problem? That if you register that domain name, then say that you have trademark right, but you do not have rights over the domain name, then I told you confusion. Okay. So, now what people started that they want to register well known domain name, well known trademark as domain name. So, then they want to consider that is a important business opportunity for them. So, okay. So, then that word I am using the cyber squatting, means well known trademark they are registering as a domain name, and then later on what they do, they themselves, you know that this is a bad property right. If you consider the domain name as a within the purview of property and rights, bad property right. So, they try to sell that to some other person and getting money out of that. Now, the person who has acquired that or acquired the rights over that domain name, he has to possess. Okay. So, that lead to the cyber squatting or cyber squatting that although not legal type of business, lead to them, you may consider that is illegal type of business in the virtual world, and that lead to the potential dilutions of the well known trademark owners. Okay. So, how to prevent that? That is the issues. So, just like a WIPO, they created uniform domain name dispute resolution policy. So, that they try to, it is arbitration forum that they try to that have the policy. If you read that, there is a policy resolution policy also. Resolution policy, they have highlighted there what are the situation, based on that how they will dispute will be resolved. Okay. So, domain name, trademark and cyber squatting, you little bit understood on that part. Okay. Just like let us say somebody's domain name, somebody's trademark you are using as a domain name, or let us say vice versa may happen, but rare. Let us say well known domain name you are using as a trademark. That type of situation may also emerge. Another situation is domain name is now if you consider it is visible throughout the www. So, different jurisdictions, then issues of jurisdictions and availability of that thing in that particular jurisdiction, that is the somehow knowledge use of that particular trademark in another jurisdiction, that is the issues may come in respect of use of a trademark in a particular jurisdiction, whether domain name lead to the use of the trademark in that jurisdiction or not, or domain name lead to the knowledge of the trademark in that jurisdiction or not to establish the well known trademark. That is the different issues. Okay. So, the domain name and the trademark, what are the issues may come up, and what are the different types of domain name, and what is cyber squatting, and how cyber squatting that people are using, that is a say a business opportunity for domain name, and subsequently Yahoo Inc. versus Akash Chopra, that Akash Chopra's use of the domain name of Yahoo, the Yahoo ultimately prevented him to use that thing, considering that Yahoo is well known trademark in India, and that lead to the confusion and dilution, and that lead to the passing off that say. So, they try to establish the passing off right, passing off that thing, and somehow able to prevent the use of the Yahoo domain name. Yahoo domain name. Okay. So that is the that's conflict between the domain name and trademark. So if you say that whether domain name is a trademark of the traditional level, yes, somebody's trademark you are using or a domain name, and your trademark also you can use as a domain name. There is no problem, there is no confusion, there is no dilutions. Okay. Even the domain name will try to give you the freedom to advertise your traditional trademark. Okay. So the promotion advertisement will happens through that domain name also, understood. So, okay, just domain name also. Okay. So, this is the issues with reference to trademark and domain name. So, then similarly the issues of meta tagging, keyword, you know that when you use a particular website, metadata, meta element, meta tag. So, these are the things you have to create. Basically, if you try to create a search site or search website like a Google, just like say if you type a particular keyword or metadata or meta elements, how they are linking with the different worldwide contents. So, that way now if you use somebody's trademark in that metadata or and the keyword during the creation of your search website, then also then may lead to the confusion with reference to the particular trademark, that people may think about that whether the real trademark owners is that particular sites or not. So, then there is also a confusion and confusion lead to the dilution with reference to the trademark. So, this is the issues of confusions with reference to the use of somebody's trademark as keyword or meta tagging. Similar way that that domain name. Okay. So, these are the issues, and I already told domain name dispute resolution for WIPO. They created domain name dispute resolution arbitration panel, arbitration kinds of thing. Based on that that well known situation, goodwill, all those part they will decide. That is uniform domain name dispute UDRP, uniform domain name dispute resolution UDR resolution policy, dispute resolution. Okay. Then along with that two other issues are also now recently coming, says like this linking and framing. So, let us say so you understood that linking, what do you mean by linking, what do you mean by framing. So, just like say in a particular website, sometime let us say you are www.kit.org, and in your website you are providing a link of www.mit.edu. Okay. So, linking may happen in different way. What is the different way linking happen? Surface linking. Okay. Then surface linking means in the main website itself, main website front page of the website. When you click that website front page, you will get the you get the link of another websites. Surface linking. It may happen in a deep, means after going inside of the, just like opening of the door, after going inside of that particular site, if you click that may be the first page, second page, somehow you are getting a link of mit.edu. So, then what is coming up? Then issue is coming up that okay, people may think about these two organization have some relationship. Then if you don't take without the permission, without any agreement, without any understanding, you are providing the link, that lead to that maybe the people may be confusion regarding the association, likelihood of association. Sometime in trademark called likelihood of association, people will think there is a association or likelihood of association between the two organization. So, that lead to again confusion lead to dilutions. Okay. So, that way surface linking or surface linking may be lead to the confusion or dilution, but somehow some people are not bothered about that surface linking, because if some sites operated business model of that site is based on the number of hit or number of click. So, people may thought about just like okay, when they are hitting this site, maybe at least they are getting a hit for these sites also, the chance probability of getting hit of these sites also. So, then automatically you may consider that they are not losing a potential revenue based on the number of hits. So, they don't bothers about that some cases, but if the deep link situation, that definitely lead to that potential revenue loss. Okay. So, then you understood okay, intellectual property rights enforcement that and potential revenue loss So then definitely they will bother us about that. Okay. So that way surface linking and deep linking and trademark that although in Indian context not much cases have been involved in that regard, but US jurisdictional series of cases are there with reference to the deep linking and surface linking, just Ticketmaster's case. Okay. So that way deep linking and surface linking also with reference to the particular trademark and confusion and dilutions happens. Okay. So deep linking, surface linking, another part. Now another part is called framing. So in your particular website, let's say www.mit.edu, or then in that website also you are framing. Okay, then another website dot let's say kit.edu, kit.in. Okay, so the framing of that led to the confusion. Okay, forming lead to the confusions with reference to this. Maybe this is somebody's trademark. This is maybe somebody's trademark. Second level domain name with reference to trademark. Then that framing of particular website may lead to the confusions or likelihood of association. Confusion is how coming that likelihood of association, likelihood of association. Okay, likelihood of association lead to the confusions. Okay, so then this is the issues with reference to the trademark and framing. Maybe it's just like somebody's trademark, domain name. Just you may ask me whether I am using that thing as a somebody's domain name. Also, that may lead to the confusions with reference to the trademark use in respect of domain name. So, what are the issues of traditional world trademark versus virtual world? Domain name and trademark, well known trademark in the domain name, cyber squatting. Then meta tagging, meta element, metadata, you know that meta tagging and keyword part, meta tag and trademark, keyword and trademark. Okay. So then linking and trademark, framing and trademark. So these are the various issues, and these are the different names in respect of different part is coming in respect of trademark specifically. So let's say I am giving you an overview with reference to the trademark and internet, but say why it is important for you people, just like say you know that if you use somebody's purchase or particular or take license or particular domain name from a particular organization, particular say, then say assume that you have to cautious about that whether he is cyber squatter, whether he is cyber squatter or not. Then may some extent some liability may come up in respect of that. Although it is now operate, if you domain name dispute resolution policy is arbitration panel, arbitration part. So it will simply stop. There is no somehow say damages or others. They don't have that enforcing authority, but it will be the issue is coming up regarding the decision of arbitration panel, how it will be enforced in a particular jurisdiction, or now they can establish a different way that protect the rights by virtue of, let's say, passing off or maybe trademark infringement. They try to enforce their rights in the different jurisdiction by this way. Okay. So you should, there is not like that, you should not be have knowledge with reference to that. Now you should know that what type of domain name will register. You see that what are the domain name is available, domain name search, what is the domain name registration procedure based on first come first serve basis, who are the organization they are helping to register the domain name, okay, in India specifically, and what is ICANN, all those things also you should have knowledge. I am just giving you a linkage with reference to the internet and use. It is a huge things definitely that how you are linking that particular numeral into that domain names, all those kinds of things. Okay. So now let's wind up this module. Let's say that already just giving that part a top level domain name, second level domain name. Okay. Say second level. This int is second, int is not www. This is int int is the second level domain name, not www. Forget about that. Int is the second level domain name. Address of the computer connected to the internet. Just every office residential has the real world has an address. Similarly, each server connected to the internet has a unique identification number called internet protocol address. Now, internet protocol address has been converted into a particular domain name. Okay, that I already highlighted that part. Similarly, domain name was originally intended to perform only a function of facilitating the connectivity of computers through internet, but later stage they have begun to use as a form of business identifier simply because they are easy to remember and use. Business started to realize the significant potential that e-commerce has come up by using trade and service mark as their domain name. Business hopes to attract potential customers. Okay, so that is the problem. Potential customer at this stage that lead to the confusion regarding trademark and domain name. Okay, so this is the part I discussed now. Okay, so now I'm stopping. I'm just I will stop here, and you should read these things. Although no specific books are available, you should read Rodney Ryder's books or different contents from the WIPO sites regarding domain names and intelligible domain name. So, if you ask whether domain name is intelligible property, definitely domain name in the form of trademark is intelligible property. So, whether domain name can be registered as a trademark, yeah, there is no problem. Domain name registering as a trademark, okay, or trademark can be used as a domain name. Definitely, this is the cyber squatting, all those situations. Okay, so I will stop here now. Okay.